So me being Arian, I need the salt of Aries, Taurus and Gemini, because I was conceived on the 7th of Cancer, 7th of July, and I spent 9 mothers in my mother's womb, and I was born right here on the 24th of March, 3 days after the equinox. So I am deficient in potassium phosphate, sodium sulfate and potassium chloride. So I need these to complete the Philosopher's Stone.
What's that in prices?
Iron phosphate.
In the Netherlands, this is all known as Schussler salts.
Schussler salts.
Yeah.
Yeah. The 12 inorganic Schussler salts. And George Carey, the biochemist, from this, and all of this presentation is based on George Carey's work on top of Schussler's work, which he based on Paracelsus and Hippocrates. Schussler is not original. Neither is George Carey. Nothing is original. And these 12 salts are not original. Well, they're original, but they're not original by any man. You know, no one said. Schussler didn't say, "Oh, let me think about this. I'll make 12 salts." No. The universe. Sorry?
When you're cremated, if you were to study the ash, you will find those 12 salts again.
Yeah.
That's why we know that.
Yes, for sure. I can give you, these are all my graphs. No one owns them. If you email me, because you came to the presentation, I will give them to you.
You see it in the, if you go to Schussler salts or something like that, then it's different. Sometimes it's different, the information.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so, but I think this is correct.
Ah, yes, it's different. What salt they ascribe to which sign of the zodiac. Yeah. Look, I'm not saying, and neither is, I don't think George Carey really either is 100% sure and saying these are the potassium phosphate is definitely the salt of Aries. There's always a little bit of crossover. I mean, I in my personal view, iron phosphate, see, I would put iron phosphate also in Aries, because Aries is ruled by iron Mars. So, you know, you've got to be a little bit flexible with this. In my opinion, it would be best to take the 12 salts, because the body is a temple of 12. There's 12 throughout the whole body. We see how perfectly the 12 signs are in the body, right? Have a look at your head. Aries, the 12 signs are in your head. Aries is here, Taurus is here. These are Gemini, air, nostrils. Cancer is the crab. Leo is the chin, the heart. Virgo is in here. Virgo is ruled by Mercury. In here you have air and cerebrospinal fluids. And it's through the Virgin that we go back to heaven. So we must go. The Virgin in the neck is the intercessor to Christ. Libra, the 2 olives. Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Aquarius is, the water bearer, is the fontanelle. The little hole you have here that sucks in all the positive energy. And then Pisces is here. You see? It's in your head. It's in your hand. Aries. These are the cardinal signs. Aries. Aries, Cancer. You see there's 12 bones in those 4 fingers, right? Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, and then the middle bones are the fixed signs, and the bottom bones are the mutable signs. It's in everything.
Santos?
Yeah.
I have actually been thinking about that because I've been taking 3 of them for 6 months now, and it's working actually. But I've been thinking, what if I take my 3 salts for 6 months and then continue taking 12?
I would take the 12, and on top of that just add the 3 that you need. If you really want your 3, take your 3, but also supplement with the 12.
And how would I add them? Because
they make them in one pill. They put all 12 in one. It's called bioplasma.
Yes, but you say take 12 of them, yes, in one pill, and then add my 3.
Yeah.
So how would I add them? Like,
just
how many?
Eat them. You can eat as many as you
No,
like. You can't
there are
overdose on
doses.
minerals.
No?
You just
Oh,
take them.
I see.
Like you eat food.
Yeah,
You can just
alright.
you can have a whole bottle. Just because whatever your body doesn't need, it will get rid of.
Yeah, because the
Minerals can't kill you. How can you overdose on minerals? Yeah, minerals is all the body needs, by the way. You don't need vitamins, enzymes, and proteins. That is a crock of shit invented by idiots. That stuff doesn't exist. It's all minerals. Electric force, minerals. Everything is electric, so all we need is electric. If everything is electric, all you need to do is consume electricity, electric force, and that's minerals. Protein doesn't even
I
exist.
have a question about Emoto, the water, what Johan
But
told me
shouldn't we
about.
have the last half hour for questions?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, please.
Yes.
Let's get going, because I really want
Thanks,
to.
sister.
Lovely. Because we've got some great stuff to get through, and you're gonna love it. There's the 12 systems, guys. There's the 12 systems. There's the 12 meridians. My wife is studying this right now. She's doing acupuncture, and she's got all the charts of every meridian, and there are 12. There they are. They're terminals in the head, they're in the feet, they're in the ear, they're everywhere. As above, so below, all reproduced in every organ of your body. There are the 24 hours of the day and all the 12 systems that are activated during the day, according to Chinese science. Now, here we commence our little story. The sacred oil that comes from the claustrum is otherwise called holy. The claustrum is called the holy claustrum, or the Santa claustrum, or if you want to shorten it even more, Santa Claus. Santa Claus comes down the chimney and gives presents, and then what do we do with those presents? In Greek, in Santos anatomy, it's called chrism. In Greek, it's called Christos, the oil. The good oil. Christ is oil. Bread, the bread of life. The manna from heaven, heaved up in the head. Our Father in the heavens, give us our daily bread. Because when this oil finishes, you die. The cause of death is no more oil is being produced in the claustrum. No more gifts. It's the only reason. That's what causes death, ultimately. And that's because we are squandering and burning this with overeating, over-sex, over-drinking, over everything that is acidic. Opposite of alkalinity. Alkalinity keeps the oil pure. The body that is moderate, the body that is kept clean and calm, the philosopher's life, it will raise the oil. It's called the fish because your body fluids smell like fish. Taste like salt. It's called the salt. Salt is salvation, salubrious, health, saliva, salary the Romans paid in salt. Salute. How do you say health in Spanish?
Salud.
How do you say hello in Spanish? Saludos.
Hola.
No, but I mean, what's
Saludos.
Saludos. Hola is good, thank you. Hola. Hola comes from the Greek word hello, salt. That's the Greek word. Halo, hello, hail. So when you hail, when you salute, in Italian I say salve, buongiorno, salve. Why am I giving people salt in the morning when I say hello? Buongiorno, salve. Salt. Saluti. Salud. Hello. Hail. Hitler. It's all salt. When the Jehovah's Witnesses go to a hall, which is halos, they go for salvation. And in Spanish, it's a salón. El salón del reino de Jehová. But you won't get saved there. Sorry?
Salve me will the main save yourself with salt.
Yeah.
Or oil.
Yeah, it's because it's the salt that comes from the cerebrum, which is wax. Ceres is the goddess of cereals. It's the cereals. We in April, every year in Rome, April 15th, in Aries, they celebrated cerealia, the cereals that start here in the cerebrum, cerebrum. Every year the blossom is here. Every year the harvest is in Bethlehem, Virgo. It's Virgo now. You look around Holland, do you see any harvesting happening? Do you see the wheat being harvested? There's wheat here, yeah? You see the piles of wheat? They're harvesting now in Virgo. Virgo, she holds the wheat because she says, when the sun comes through my sign, you can have wheat. So we see how the sun gives us bread and wine in September. And that's why, as Johan showed, Jesus here, he's got 6 apostles to his left, 6 to his right, and he's saying, eat bread and wine. I give you this. Jesus turns water into wine. This is the water. And this is the wine season. Every year we get wine. Wine is the finish of the good work of the sun Bacchus, the god of wine, or the god of alcohol. Al is El, or Allah, or Elohim, the sun. You can't hide from it. Alcohol, wine, whatever you want to call it. There's one God, the God of light. He produces all these things. And bread also. Bread is a great symbol because you have to water the wheat, you have to cultivate it, fertilise it, weed it, and then the virgins go out in September to pick the harvest up, then you put it into the grains. You see here in Holland you have hundreds and thousands of windmills because they used to do what? They used to grind the wheat. You see? So then you grind the wheat, then you mix it with egg and flour, and then you put it in the oven, then you take it out of the oven, and finally you eat bread. Thank you to the sun. And that's why Jesus always puts his table out the sun and says, eat bread and wine. And what else is the other symbol? Oil. Oil, bread and wine. The three. Christos is oil, and the bread and wine is the fitting symbols of the sun's good work. Because they are perfected symbols. It takes a long time to get a glass of wine. It takes a long time to get some bread. You don't just go around and pick bread. Oh, there's a bread plant, a bread tree. And then, it's not the same. You see, an apple, that's different. We just wait. You don't do any work, and then you eat the apple. But to make bread and wine, you have to toil and sweat like the sun toils and sweats. It's hard work. It's cultivated goods.
But it's also dead, because the wine and the bread are not alive anymore. Has that something to do with where it is on the zodiac line as well?
Mm-hmm.
After the bread, it's dark?
Not really.
Right.
Not really. Everything has light in it. Everything. You know, I was thinking before when Johan said, and he said correctly too, that the sun is the positive centre of the solar system and it has its own light, and then the other ones are reflectors of light. When you think about that, yeah, it's true in astrology. But in reality, it's not true because everything has light. Jupiter has its own light. The moon has her own light, even though she's a reflector of the light. Everything has light. It's all light. It's just different kind of light. There are different kinds, and we have to understand this. We have to understand the archetypes. Mars light is very different to Jupiterian light. It's very different. It's a different colour, different vibration. They each have their signature vibration. But anyway, these are the words. Soma juice in the Hindu system. And so in the claustrum here, when the oil descends into the third ventricle, the third heaven, it gets differentiated.